talk about Lenroy, a Jamaican guy, trains in America. A record of 20-4. Um, he's fought Fedosov in 2015. Um, he lost to Dominic Brazil. Um, so yeah, he's not the best person you fought, because you fought some very established people already in such a short career. But have you watched much of this guy? Tell people listening what to expect from your opponent in this fight.
Yeah, I've watched the fights. I've watched the footage that's available. He's a good fighter. Like you say, he's a good fighter. He will be my best win, but he's not the best fighter I box, so it's a difficult one. The people that are better than him I've lost to, people that aren't good than him I've beat them all. So it's a difficult one. I'm not sure how good it is. It's difficult watching videos because you can't get a feel on the strength, you can't get a feel on the power, you can't really tell how fast someone is. So it's difficult. I never take much from what I watch of them. I'm out of mind for the first round, really. So I will see. I think he's a good fighter. I don't think he's any better than that. I've got to beat, really, if I want to get to the top of this. If I want to box up world titles one day and be highly successful in the sport, I've got to beat Lenroy Thomas, and I'm well aware of that. So yeah, I'm not massively bothered about Lenroy Thomas. To be honest, he's not replying to me on Twitter, not playing any games. So fuck him.
Okay. Well, anyway, it's going to be a great fight. Obviously, Errol Spence against Kell Brook, Kell Brook against Errol Spence. Kell is someone I believe has been buying you trainers. I think I saw on Twitter. What do you actually? Yeah, first, what tell us about that relationship with Kell Brook. Like, Kell's one of my favourite fighters, actually. So obviously you've kind of made friends with Kell when you were at the Ingle gym. Now he's buying you trainers. That's pretty cool.
Well, I know Kell. I first met Kell when I went to the Ingle gym when I was 16 years old at the time. And basically, I was having a bit of a laugh with Ian Lewis and regarding his shoes and stuff. He's sponsored by these pair of maker trainers, and Kell just said, "Look, you're my undercard. I'm going to look after you. And I'm going to get you some shoes, so you better get some running done." So that's how it came about. He got me some shoes.
Yeah.
They're a nice pair, very colourful.
Very high end.
I'm very happy with them. Very happy with them.
Yeah, good. Oh, good. I wish I had world champions buy me trainers. But anyway, about the fight, how do you see it going? There's a lot of people calling it a 50-50 fight. I think Kell's going to be all right in this one. From all I've heard about weight and stuff. What do you see happening in the main event of this card, Dave?
I'm not seeing a great deal of Errol Spence, to be honest. I think Errol Spence, obviously, from what I've heard, like the likes of Baron Wigan say, he's a very good fighter, and if Baron Wigan thinks he's going to beat Kell Brook, you'll listen to that, because he obviously knows his boxing. I've heard a lot of other good things from a lot of other people as well. But I kind of think that Kell is far too experienced for Errol Spence, and if he's done the weight correctly, I see Kell winning. But it's not one that I've got. It's not one I'm overly massively confident about. Like you say, the man bought me some shoes. I hope he wins the fight.
Yeah, he is a really good fighter, Errol Spence, but he's not so nimble on his toes. And for a welterweight, welterweights are very quick. So that's sort of what I'm basing mine on. But yeah, it's going to be a great fight. Have you been speaking to? Have you had had crossover? Have you got any insight into how Kell's training camp and mindset is in the lead up to this fight?
I've not spoken to him since he passed me my shoes, to be honest, mate.
Yeah, that's typical you, to be.
Not really.
Okay, mate. Well,
Got my shoes and I fucked up.
Anyway, well, let's. I wanted to also find out about, like, obviously, you seem like your old self again. You seem like you're in a good place. You're You got sort of like you've had a trainer with you for sort of a number of fights now, which you haven't really had before in your career. Having the support of the biggest promotional company in arguably the world now, in matchroom sport. How has that affected stuff? Does that make, for younger fighters listening, how much of a difference does that make having that sort of powerhouse behind you to sort of help you on the way? And does it sort of give you that extra incentive to want to get to the gym every day?
Yeah, it's nice. We've had a couple more titles. It's lovely to get out of bed in the morning and go running when you've got something to go for. Like I say, all the fights are the same. I feel exactly the same about every fight. When the bell goes, I feel exactly the same. Whether it's around the lane in front of 20,000 or whether it's at Doncaster Dome in front of 800, it makes no difference to me. It's a fight. Whether it's a spar in front of just my coach. So, but in terms of actually getting me out of bed in the morning and pushing extra hard on these runs and whatever else I don't really enjoy doing. Yeah, it plays a massive factor in these kind of fights and having that kind of support. And like you said, the people supporting me buying tickets, etc. I'm not gonna turn up not to fight. So yeah, it does make a big difference. But like I say, people say I've dropped lucky. Yeah, I've dropped lucky, but I've tried. I've made a lot of effort and I've been in some hard fights. I've done and I've acquitted myself to the best of my ability. So that's that.
Yeah. And just say like in the last two fights as well, you've taken out your opponents in real quick fashion. Do you feel sort of more power when you're sort of more regularly fighting and actively keeping yourself fit? Does that sort of play a role? You seem to have a bit more snap in your punches.
I'm not sure. I've always said I'm not the biggest puncher in the world. I've got a lot of boxing ability, which I've not shown yet. All I've shown really is toughness and ability to take punishment and carry on and keep working away. And I think that game plan might well not be Lenroy Thomas, but I think this fight, the condition that I'm in, the confidence that the confidence I have in myself and my ability right now is the highest it's ever been. So. And you know full well I've got real boxing ability.
Yeah, so I know. We've spoke about this before on interviews, and I was just thinking then, it's like a real shame. Ever since you've started fighting on TV regularly, no one's been able to see your boxing ability. So this is music to my ears. That you want to sort of you plan to sort of become more of a boxer, which is Peter Fury said in an interview thing we did on Ingram's channel. That you were one of the best heavyweight boxers in the country. So, that's great news, mate. So that's sort of like what you're going for now, sort of rely more on your boxing in and out and things like that.
Yeah, it all comes down to on the night. Me and Mick always say it depends what me's going to turn up. It depends if I'm, in the front end people like for the most part. When I turn up to fight, I just turn up to fight and I put my head down and I get stuck in. And that's not good enough Saturday night. So, for me to win Saturday night, I'm going to turn up and switch on and be able to perform under the lights, and that's all it's going to come down to, I believe.
And in terms of like I heard like on the IFL TV interviews and things like that, you've been selling pretty good tickets and stuff like that. And I remember like when we first started doing interviews, you used to like say, "Oh, I don't sell any tickets." But now that seems to really have changed. You're sort of selling your own tickets now, which how's it gone for this fight? First of all.
Yeah, tickets are going out now. I've sold five times more tickets for this fight than the one in Hull.
Really?
Double more than I ever did before that one. So things are crazy. So
fucking hell, that's nuts. So like,
really it's nice. It's very nice, and I'd be lying if I said if I didn't say it. I find it very strange. I still find it a little bit funny now what's happening, but I'm alright about it. I'm alright with it.
Yeah, well, good. It's good to see. So what's this Operation White Rhino thing about then? Did you start that, or did IFL TV start that, or did that just sort of magically turn up on Twitter? That's sort of like that's on your T-shirt now. That's what Eddie Hearn's calling this promotion of you. Talk to me about that, mate.
Yeah, it was Eddie and IFL really, you know. Luckily, Coogan and James have always been big supporters of me, you know, now, and Eddie as well. So, you know, and James, Coogan, and Eddie, you know, there's not many three better people, influential people in the sport to want to get behind you.
Yeah,
So that's White Rhino, really. It's just about me fighting, winning, and achieving, you know, the best I can achieve.
All right, mate. Well, it's brilliant. It's a good fight. It's good matchmaking. It's sort of exactly the fight you are, because you're only 25, aren't you?
Yeah, if I win the Commonwealth title next, you know, it opens up so many doors. You know, there's so many different ways we can go about it. I can go back and look for a big fight, but for the British title or some learning fight to win the Commonwealth title. You know, the possibilities are endless with a win on Saturday night.
What's going on with the British title at the moment? Gary Cornish was meant to be fighting Sam Sexton. Is that still going on?
That fight that was meant to be last Saturday, so I'm not really sure what's happening.
Well, yeah, you're gonna be the only one, the only guy willing to fight for it. It's a shame this British title's been vacant for so long. Excuse me. Well, finally, mate, I'll have to get your thoughts on it because I haven't spoke to you since then. What did you make of Joshua and Klitschko? What did you think of that?
Yeah, I thought it was fantastic. I think Joshua proved himself once and for all. Yeah, he's the real deal. Klitschko's getting on a bit. He hasn't boxed for a bit. You can say all that, but Klitschko turned up to fight in fantastic shape. You know, rounds 1 to 10, he showed up as good as I've seen him for a long time. So, yeah, you know, I finally sold on Anthony Joshua now.
Yeah, he's done well. He sort of it seems like you've met him and stuff, but in terms of like him being the home fighter, he didn't seem to sort of like play any of those games Klitschko's been famous for doing, and sort of Mayweather's been famous for doing throughout their career. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, we can pick holes. We can pick holes in any fight. You know, you can watch Mayweather and say, "Oh, he doesn't punch very hard, he doesn't do this." So, you know, there's loads of things you can say about Anthony. You can say, "Oh, he does this. He's very stiff. He's very basic. He does this. He doesn't move his head." But at the end of the day, Tyson Fury's not active right now. Anthony Joshua's the one heavyweight in the world. You know, so and that's as simple as that.
All right, mate. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Well, I think we've spoke about everything, but I suppose all that's left to say is good luck on Saturday, mate. How far down the card are you? Are you sort of at what sort of time will you be on?
I think approximately 8 o'clock, Eddie said. So, you know, obviously George Groves, Kell's the big fight. George Groves, chief support. I'm somewhere in the middle. So, as long as I win, I'm not bothered. If I'm on at 3 o'clock in the afternoon or 3 in the morning, I'm not bothered. Just want to win and bring that Commonwealth title back home.
Yeah. Well, good luck, mate. It's great to see you finally fighting for a title as well. I know we were at I remember the Central Area Heavyweight Championship of the World when that fell through. That was some dark times for you, Dave. But this is very exciting. I take it your opponent Lenroy. He's here. He's in Yorkshire. I take it, getting ready to deal with you.
I'm not sure if he's here yet. I don't know, Adam. I'm not sure if he's here yet. It might, maybe not. I don't know.
You don't know. All right. Well, no worries, mate. Well, brilliant. Thanks for listening, everyone. Go and support Dave. David, there's still tickets left, or is it all sold out?
Tickets have all gone now. Tickets are out. So
it's a sellout.
Massive thanks, everyone.
All right, mate. All the best.
Thank you very much, Adam. Thank you.